Today, me and my dad are going to discuss the 3 first episodes of Book of Boba Fett. Or mainly, I'm going to ask him questions about certain moments and topics.
Great.
Okay, first of all, what do you know about Boba Fett outside of this series?
I remember that Boba Fett, he's like the flying guy, like with a robot on, no, not a robot, but like a rocket on the back, and he has a helmet. Actually, that's the most thing I remember of him. And was it so that he was the one that captured Han Solo?
Yes.
It was? Okay.
Okay, so it's safe to say you're a complete noob.
Yes, noob. That's me.
A certified noob.
Certified noob.
So let's start with specific scenes and just tell me like what you thought about them when you watched the series.
Sure.
So first of all, the flashbacks to Attack of the Clones. Do you know what those were?
I guess that was when he was like a small boy.
Yes.
And I think he picked up the helmet or something like that. I guess that was his father's helmet.
Yes, do you remember watching Attack of the Clones?
No, yeah, maybe. But was it so that, what was his name, his father's name? I was like, it was Fett probably, but what?
Yes, Jango Fett.
Jango Fett, okay, yeah.
And you remember what he was?
I guess he was also a bounty hunter.
Yeah, he was the template for the clone army.
He was?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, now you know that.
No, okay, I will try to remember that. I think the good thing was that I sort of connected with the films. I guess they were quite important, because otherwise I would like, who is Boba now again?
Then the Sarlacc escape.
It was quite messy. I was thinking about the slime that was on him. Okay. And I was wondering how long did he stay in this creature's stomach or whatever. And I think it was quite nice, the scene when he was crawled out of the Sarlacc. But I was still mostly thinking about the stuff on him.
What did you think about when the Night Wind assassins ambushed Boba and Fennec when they were surrounded?
Okay. I was thinking, who's the Night? What did he call them?
Night Wind.
Night Wind. I think the shields were really nice. But I think that the parkour, sort of like the parkour scene where they were jumping, it was nice. I felt more like a parkour video and not like a Star Wars. It was too clean. They were like, oh, really nice clean jumps. I was like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
That was my impression.
Yep, that's fair. Okay, what about the sand monster?
It was... I don't think it was really like a typical Star Wars monster.
No, I agree.
It was more something else, like your brother said. It reminded me a little bit of the Pokemon monster, the one with the 4 arms. Then I thought when they come back to the village or like the camp or whatever, so when the boy was carrying the head, I was like, did they think that the boy killed the monster or what? Because he was like, hey, here's the head, I'm here. Everybody was, whoa. So that was a little bit weird.
Yeah, I think they made so that the child said that they killed the monster, but then the chief was like, here you have someone that I know it was actually you. I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think, good thing. You're she's the smart one. She hasn't the genes from me, I guess. Yep, sorry, continue.
Okay, then the second episode, so the scene where the Hutts come and
twins. The twins. That was a little bit, not shocking, but it was a little bit surprised that there were 2, first of all. And I have to admit, the one thing I first thought about was the carriers. Because they were like, it's not only one like big chunk of meat, it's 2 chunk of meats that we have to carry around.
Okay, and what about the Wookiee?
First I was, okay, it's a Wookiee. Chewie is a Wookiee.
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought, okay, that's a Wookiee. But then it's not really a Wookiee. It's more like a combination of a Wookiee and a Yeti. Do you know what a Yeti is? Yes. And I thought he was a little bit larger and he walked like a Yeti.
Okay.
So I have never seen a Yeti, just for the record.
Then the scene when they go to Toshi Station, or you probably don't know what that is.
I have no clue what Toshi Station is. And who? So Boba Fett goes to Toshi Station.
Yeah, in the flashback where he goes and beats up the people inside of the house.
It's like a motorcycle gang that makes graffiti all over the place.
Yeah.
I was okay, he's going to kick some ass. I was pretty sure about that. But I didn't think that much about it. But he had only like his stick.
Yeah, he had the training.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, he's got big balls.
Then the training montage where he trains the Tuskens to use the speeder bikes.
Yeah. I mean, it was made to be funny. I don't think much about Tuskens. I mean, I have to be honest. I don't think about tuskens usually, but I don't think that tuskens are really funny people. So it was like sort of a little bit made too much trying to be funny, but I don't think it actually was that funny.
Okay.
Yeah, but still I liked speeder bikes, so that was nice.
You liked speeder bikes.
I like speeder bikes.
Okay, then the train heist.
It was quite typical setup of train heists.
Yeah.
But I think it was quite nice, and I think the train driver, it was quite funny, sort of. But still, I mean, it's robot. Why did he jump out of the train? And sort of, that was a little bit, okay, why?
Then the lizard inhalation.
That was really weird.
You probably liked watching it go into his nose.
Yeah, but actually it didn't go into his nose. Did you see what he did?
No.
Bob was like this. Just when it went in, he was like with the hand, so you actually didn't see when it go in or not. Actually, I didn't see. Did you see it?
I closed my eyes when that happened.
Okay. Okay, I'm not surprised. Yeah, I mean, it was quite an interesting scene. And then it was a little bit, I mean, there was probably some symbolism or something when he went away, and I was like, okay, where is he? Is this like a dream or what's happening? And then he came back with this stick of wood. I was like, okay, sure. Okay. But I don't know where he found the food afterwards. I was more curious at where did he find it?
Well, he needed the lizard to show him the way.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
Then the making of the gaffy stick.
What was it called, the stick?
Gaffy stick.
Gaffy stick?
Yeah.
How do you know it's called gaffy stick? I mean, they didn't say it. I don't think they said it's a gaffy stick.
No, but
how can you know?
Common knowledge.
Common knowledge. I think it was a really pretty scene. Definitely cinematic. But then I was like, okay, if I would be in the same situation, okay, of course I wouldn't. I'm not as strong as or as skillful as Boba Fett. I'm really not. I look like I'm really strong and good, but I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not. If the tuskens,
tuskens.
If the tuskens would attack you, I wouldn't help you because I'm too small. Anyway, so I thought, okay, that's really nice. But what if Boba Fett would have been really crap and crafting stuff? You have the wizard, you go somewhere, you find this stick, the lizard drops out of your nose, and you make so much effort to find this stick. And then you start to carve it. And you know, when I carve something, it's broken. What are the odds that Boba Fett is really skillful at fighting, fixing heists, and then also really skillful with his hands?
Then the fire pit dance, like the last scene of the second
episode. I guess they took some inspiration from like real tribes. It felt like really familiar.
To the third episode. So...
Third. Sorry.
Were you surprised about what happened to the tuskens?
I was. I felt really sad. I was like, why? I mean, I don't know, before, wasn't like the tuskens? I still don't remember it. I always felt that they are like really bad. Yeah. But after seeing this, getting to know the tuskens a little bit better, I think I understand them a little bit better, that they are actually not that bad.
Yeah.
So what was the question?
If you were surprised.
Sorry, yeah, thanks. I guess I was a little bit surprised.
I called it.
Yeah, I didn't call it, but I was a little bit surprised. But I was more like, do you know what I thought when he saw that everybody is dead?
No, I don't know.
I was like, was it Anakin? Because didn't he go crazy?
Yeah, he killed not just the men, but the women and children.
Yeah, everybody. Then I was starting to think, okay, Anakin and like the times and everything. Is it possible that Anakin is the one that killed all the Boba Fett's friends?
Do you remember episode 6?
Episode 6.
That's when he falls into the Sarlacc pit. It's
okay, that's true, because he was already Darth Vader, so it couldn't have been Anakin. Okay, now I know. Thank you. And I thank you for this information. But it doesn't matter. I mean, for me, it's just a good series, and I don't care what the timeline is.
Then the Kursantan attack, so the Wookiee.
Okay, when the Wookiee attacked.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you say? The Kursan tank? Is that like the tank?
No. Kursantan is the Wookiee's name.
Or like bad Wookiee.
Bad Wookiee, yeah.
When the bad Wookiee attacked the tank with Boba Fett. What my thoughts are about that scene. Yeah. He was really bad. The bad Wookiee is really bad. I mean, they were like hitting him with knives and kicking him with a lot of stuff, and he was like, oh, no problem, and they flew away. And I don't think that a bad Wookiee would put in his resume how he got caught. Because that was like, I'm kicking some ass, everybody, and trying to kill me. And then he falls into the pit. I mean, come on. I was like, sure. I was pretty sure that this, the woman,
Fennec,
that she would like snipe him in the head or something like that. But luckily they didn't do it.
What about the rancor scene? The monster at the hot spring.
Okay, that was a surprise. But sort of, I understand that it will have a big role in the future episodes probably. And I'm just wondering who is going to be eaten by the Rakatu. Rancor. This is also maybe, if you think about like feelings, if you can talk about feelings when you talk about films. I don't know if it's on purpose, but first we had the Tuskens.
Yeah.
They were like, they're evil and blah, blah, blah. And then they were like really sort of sympathetic. And then we have this Rancor. And Boba Fett was like, it's so cute. I don't think he said, it's so cute. But anyway.
Kind of.
Yeah. It was more like that they're showing the other side of people and creatures, and which they haven't shown before. Which is sort of like an important message.
What about the speeder chase? First of all, what did you think about the speeders that the
speeders
kids have?
May I be really honest?
Yes, please.
They were like misplaced. Usually the Star Wars universe is, in my eyes, quite grey. Or sort of like, there's not a lot of colors.
Very unsaturated.
Yeah, definitely. So I was like, okay, what's that? And they're like, and why are they even different colored? So it was a little bit like, okay. And the gang itself, I thought about Blade Runner. Do you know Blade Runner?
Yeah.
I got this like Blade Runner feeling.
We're going to talk about that a bit later.
Oh.
Still.
Okay, so the chase, it was sort of like quite typical chase. It was nice, but the colors of the speeders really annoyed me. They were like, why?
You're not alone with that.
Okay, good.
Okay, then we're gonna go into some specific characters and like what you think about them so far. Okay, so first the Mayor Domo, I think.
Yeah.
So the Twi'lek guy.
What, the Twi'lek guy? Sort of, he was like an elephant with a...
No, that's the Major himself, but the like his like assistant.
The assistant. He was also sort of like, I got really, really strong feelings that I have seen this figure before. But more like in Alice in Wonderland or Harry Potter or something like that. I don't felt like this creature fit into the Star Wars
The
scene.
creature itself or the character?
The character.
Okay, yeah, fair. Then Garza, who is the Twi'lek in like the sanctuary.
So like
The
the bar,
woman,
in the bar, the woman. So I think she's quite sneaky. That's my...
Yep.
I think she's sneaky.
Okay, then the Major himself, Mok Scheiße or whatever.
Mok Scheiße.
Yeah.
He was sort of, I didn't get any impression of him. He was like, okay, I tried to kill you, and then I didn't try to kill you because it was somebody else. And he was, I'm going to give you a good advice. And so he was a little bit weird.
Okay. Then Fennec.
She was in The Mandalorian.
Yes.
There, I think she was really bad, and sort of really bad.
Okay.
But now I also think that I have maybe another opinion of her.
Okay, then Boba Fett himself.
I sort of feel the struggles he has in front of him. The story is sort of sad, and he was like a really proud bounty hunter, and he was killed and not killed in the Sarlacc. Yeah, I'm starting to get these names. He's still like a bad guy, tries to be the new Boba, not the Boba Hutt, but what? Jabba the Hutt. I am still in his team, definitely.
Okay.
I root for Boba Fett, that I hope everything is going to turn out well with him.
Yeah, then the teens. So you were talking about how they reminded you of...
Yeah, the teens, I don't know why. I haven't thought about Blade Runner for like 25 years. I still got this. Is this Blade Runner? They were like cyborg, and then all the clothes and the bikes.
Also called speeder scooters or Vespas.
Speeder scooter, that's nice. If we ever have in the future speeder bikes and speeder scooters, I'm going to go for a speeder scooter. No, speeder bikes for life. I think they were really misplaced. Yeah. I mean, wasn't it Tatooine,
yes,
the planet? And what was the city called?
Mos Espa.
Mos Vespa. So, I mean, all the others had like really also not colorful clothes, and they were like, okay, they do stick out.
Well, I'm glad that you also noticed that, because a lot of people have been saying like they just don't really fit onto Tatooine. And when you said about the Blade Runner, so they are clearly like inspired by cyberpunk, like the style of cyberpunk, and Blade Runner is very cyberpunk. Okay, then we have some other like general questions. So what do you think about the humor?
You can see, okay, this is supposed to be funny. I don't think it's that funny because it's a little bit cliches. I mean, okay, really fun. Let's try, and then they're like, oh, going backwards. I mean, it's not. They don't have like a really good imagination. The creators from the film.
Shots fired.
Yep.
Well, has there been any moment where you were like, oh, that was kind of funny?
I guess the wizard part.
Wizard?
Sorry, not the wizard, the lizard.
Or when he gets there, he's like, oh,
yeah,
very
he's like,
nice.
he was like, okay, where's my gold or where's my something? I thought that was sort of. I guess I recognize myself in that situation. I would.
You recognize yourself when you get the lizard. You're like,
yeah.
Okay.
No, more like, okay, I'm not supposed to get the lizard. And then he was really polite. Yeah, sure, thank you. This must be really nice.
So what's been your favorite part so far?
The favorite part? That's a really hard question. I don't know why, but the whatever called this motorcycle gang, this gang driving around with speed bikes, I sort of like them.
So like in the other timeline?
In the other timeline, yes.
Yeah.
I mean...
Those were your favorite part?
Yeah, I don't know, but there's something really nice about them. I don't know why. Otherwise, favorite parts, I mean the fight with the night guys, Night Wind Assassins. I thought it was visually really nice. Otherwise, I still don't have it. I think the best is to come.
So what's your least favorite part?
My least favorite part? There's something about these kids with the flying colorful scooters. There's something about them that they're so misplaced. All the time when they are in some scene, they're like, what are these people doing here? So that's probably the thing that annoys me mostly. So every time when I see them, they're like, why?
So do you have any predictions or theories what is going to happen?
These bikes, were they bikes? There's of course going to be like a real big battle. And of course the teens. And the teens are going to be like in a really big role. And they're like probably saving whatever. So I'm going to be really annoyed. Probably. I don't know. And somebody's going to die. I'm rooting for the teens. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Somebody's going to die. Maybe... And the raccoon, no, the racklack, no, what was it called?
Rancor.
The rancor. Somebody's going to be eaten by the rancor, and I hope it's not the twins, because that would be really awful. I mean, can you think about this poor little rancor and then these big fat hot twins? So no, it's not going to be them. But I'm still wondering. It's going to be interesting to see what Boba does with the motorcycle gang. Yeah. Is he going to kill them? What is going to happen? So. That's something I'm looking forward for.
Well, we might do another video like this when the whole thing is done.
If you want to hear my opinion.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything just yet. I'm gonna wait until it's all over. Because, yeah, there are some things that we need to talk about. But not yet. We will just wait and see. But now you should say what video should they watch next.
I mean, it's quite obvious that they should watch a video where I'm in.
Yep.
There are like so many of them and everyone is so good, but maybe you should pick the one when we make the gingerbread. Is it here? Where is it?
No, it's like in front of you.
In front of me, here. And if you want to see more of me, comments.
Yeah, he reads all the comments.
I read them many times and I was like, yeah, good for you.
Always when you're having a bad day, you go,
yeah, I go for the comments. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.